Welcome to the Red Hot and Human podcast. I'm fucked off today, so you can fuck off from having an early, funny intro. Blah, blah, fucking blah, part 2, Civil War, etc, etc, etc.
So we've had some bad news before us. It took us 2 weeks to get a pod up.
Yeah.
And now it turns out that it's going to be...
one of the last.
Potentially one of the last pods. So we're going to try and bank as many as we can today on one of our last opportunities to bank a few pods.
Yeah.
It's weird to think, isn't it? We've done barely over 10 episodes. And
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot longer.
I know, I was hoping we'd have a long story.
Long run. But, look at it this way. It's a project in training for what we may do in the future.
Well, that's it,
You never know. It's a good little foot in the door of podding.
We are looking at a couple of options available to us at the minute, obviously. You can tell how devastated we are just by the tone of the show.
And I've lost both parents.
I know, yeah, so you must be...
I'm losing both parents and I'm losing me pod brother.
Oh, right.
Anywho's.
What we'll do, rather than going on a negative to start off an episode, we'll finish off our thoughts on Civil War. Because we are banking a few, we can always do a look back later on.
A retrospect.
A retrospect of 16 episodes. So, when we left off on Civil War, we were just trying
I can't fucking remember now.
I think we were trying to catch up on, where characters were up to and stuff.
Yeah, do you know what? I think it's gone way past that point. You know what? I'll just tell you now, I thought Civil War was shit.
Yeah, I liked it. It was nice to have that discussion, wasn't it?
It was.
I mean...
I know I'm probably going to get a lot of ire from the geek community and the SBS, but I did honestly. I thought Civil War was the weakest, one of the weaker Marvel films. I really did.
I know what you mean. Obviously, it does depend a lot on the star power.
I mean, I thought Age of Ultron was shit when I first watched it, but then after I watched it a couple of times, I was like, no, it's actually a really, really good film, and I really like Ultron now.
Yeah.
I've watched Civil War a couple of times, and yeah.
I think you might be coming down with a little bit of superhero movie fatigue at this point.
It is a bit saturated, isn't it?
It's like the third major crossover film in the Marvel Universe. It's not a year after the last major crossover that, like you said about Age of Ultron, didn't land that well on opening day.
No.
And then, within a year, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to do another one. And it's Civil War, and it's a fucking, I really enjoy that film. I went to see it for the fourth time, I think about 3 nights ago.
I'm not saying it's a bad film.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, just didn't like it.
It just didn't stand out to you. I think it's fucking amazing.
I'm sorry, the runaway stars in that film was the guy who played Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman.
That's him. Spiderman.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Who turned 20 today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tom Arse.
I think he's the first Spider-Man that's from Queens.
And also the first Spider-Man who's literally a kid.
I know, yeah. I was thinking that though. I seen that he was 20 and I was like, oh, little boy.
Oh, bless.
I was literally posting statuses yesterday on Time Hop from when I was 20, going that was so long ago. And there's this kid now that's Spider-Man, who's 20 years old. I mean, even with his age, you'd think that he'd step into that film and kind of be, I don't know, just not being able to be as on form as everyone else. You know what I mean? He's got to step into a world where, everyone is a big fucking star now.
Well, you look at it this way, you've got, it's Cap's third film.
Yeah.
Well, it's Cap's actual third film.
Self-titled fifth film. Fifth film overall.
Fifth film overall.
And you're not including his cameo in Thor 2.
Yeah.
You've
got Iron Man's God knows how many fucking films.
I think he's on his 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's not count cameos.
5 then.
Yeah.
Again, because obviously his cameo was in Incredibles, wasn't it, in the after credits.
Yeah.
So you've got
and then you got Black Widow, so she's probably up to about 5 now, 4 to 5.
I think this was her 5th, yeah.
Yeah.
That's dead weird, that. Yeah, it's weird. She's managed to make 5 films in the series
and not have one of her own.
Not have a single Black Widow film for herself, man.
But it has been in there has been in the works.
Yeah, for the past fucking 5 years, so you know.
Yeah.
They did Iron Man 2, and then everyone was like, "Wow, she's amazing!
Look at her with the red hair."
You sound like me when you say it like that. Look at her with the red hair. And then like, Tom Holland's kind of got to stand up against these people who've been in, like, do you know, the big stars of this epic series that literally everyone's paying attention to at this point, and he's got to step in and be like, hi, I'm the most well-known Marvel superhero.
Hi, I'm the new guy.
Yeah, literally, like, hey, I'm the new guy. Which, I feel like they did a really good job of introducing him as the new guy.
Yeah.
Like, instead of it just being another Spider-Man, it felt like a fresh take on Spider-Man, even though the story is the same, like,
Yeah.
Like,
it does sort of like... It's sort of like crowbarred the door open for more Fox Marvel crossover.
Oh, let's...
But then, do we really want to see another fucking X-Men?
No. No. But the thing is, like, I've been thinking about this recently. It's odd that you've come onto this, only because they cancelled the Inhumans film.
I've heard that.
I have a feeling that has something to do with how well talks went with Sony. Because bear in mind, they were going to use the Inhumans as their versions of the mutants.
Right.
And then everything goes well with Sony to get Spider-Man over to be in Civil War films. So they're thinking, oh, well, it went really well for us last time. Why don't we just speak to Fox about the X-Men? So then they've cancelled the Inhumans off, knowing full well that those talks are going to go into effect.
I just can't believe that's from like 1999 or 2000, whenever it was. I think it was 1999. Everyone was like, yeah, X-Men! And now people are like that going, oh, God, no X-Men.
No X-Men.
So, yeah, no more X-Men,
Let's
please.
be honest, we're not the only people who wish that the X-Men succumb to the apocalypse this time around.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, neither have I, but we all know they're going to win.
Yeah.
Because how else would they do Wolverine 3 and X-Men?
Because he's sort of immortal-ish.
Yeah, but it's even so. Like, oh, that's something as well. What do you think of, like, the idea that they're going to be doing an Old Man Logan series? I'm not sure if you know who Old Man Logan is, but...
I'm assuming it's Logan as an old man.
Yeah, but there's actually, like, a...
I think the clue there is in the title.
Fucking cunt. No, there's it's actually like, that's not very nice. It's actually one of like, because
I have heard it's pretty hype.
I'm not gonna lie, right? In the X-Men comics, one of the main parts of the storyline is that the segregated group. They're a lot to do with race and religion, X-Men, but like, do you know, like covertly. I'm one of these people who is totally anti-mutant. Like, there's not.
Oh yeah, you're an anti-mutant.
I am an anti-mutant, mate.
Why?
I just have no interest in them at all. Like, there's nothing interesting to me about people who get their powers by being born. Like, I just like a bit of nuance to me story, man, where it's not just as simple as, oh, we'd like a new character, Sam, then he's a mutant. What's his power? Whatever the fuck you want it to be. You know what I mean? At least, like, Captain America, like, he had to fight against himself to become the super soldier, like, and...
Wolverine was part of the Weapon X program.
Yeah, even Wolverine I can kind of dig, man. Like,
yeah, but Wolverine was born with the
so,
obviously without the shitting. It's more like...
Wolverine's mutant power originally didn't even include the bone claws. It was just his healing factor. And then he had the adamantium claws put into him.
Right.
And because of his healing factor, it didn't affect his physiology.
Right.
Right, but then obviously they retconned that and they gave him the bone claws. But in Old Man Logan, it's like...
Retcon again?
I can't remember, like, something about continuity. Like,
reverse continuity?
Something like that.
Okay.
But it literally just means where they've made a storyline, they've wrote themselves into a corner, and then they pull back and go, what if we just get rid of this aspect of it? The same way, like, we were talking about was it me and you who were on about the Spider-Verse? No, it wasn't. I was on about it the other day, but the Spider-Verse is like the ultimate retcon. We'll go on about that at a later date if we ever get the chance to pick back up on the RIP.
Yeah.
Yeah, they retcon these bone claws in. Now, Old Man Logan's a story about, like, years down the line when the whole world's taken over by villains, and it's split into, I think it's like 5 or 6 districts. And Logan's kind of like got a family, and he's not popped his claws in years. And the story goes on and on and on. You find out it's because I don't know if you know the classic Spider-Man villain Mysterio, I think his name is, with a fishbowl head, big green, purple, garish suit. He convinces Wolverine that all the X-Men are villains, and Wolverine kind of fucking goes snicked on him.
Schnicked.
Yeah, he goes totally snicked on him, and like Mysterio drops the facade on him. And it turns out that he's just murdered all the X-Men for fun. Like, all of them know, like, every X-Men.
Wolverine, no! What? It's for shits and giggles, bub.
So fucking, like, he kind of retires and gets a family and stuff. And then this inbred hillbilly hick family of Hulks, who are all born from Bruce Banner and his cousin
Hulk spunk.
Hulk spunk to fuck, because who else to be able to manage the Hulk spunk except for his cousin? What's her name?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, but I can't think of her name. Is it like Jessica Walters?
I haven't got a clue. Although it's
Walters.
It's quite fitting that the like a Hick family if he's his cousin.
But I think that would have came really naturally for the writers, where they've gone, well, what if he has this family with the She-Hulk, and then someone goes, that's his cousin, and they're like, better!
Yeah, let's stick him down by the bayou.
So they turn up at Wolverine's and like, you haven't paid us our money, and he's like, some bullshit, like, you know what I mean?
I'm the Hulk, bitch.
I'm the Hulk, bitch. And like Wolverine, I can't remember why.
Where's my fucking money? Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Pay me my fucking money.
Where's my motherfucking money? Wolverine, bud.
Hello, the Hulk's just turned into Stewie Griffin. Stuart Gilligan Griffin.
But like the story goes on. I can't remember why I'm talking about it, but it's a really interesting story. And like he dreams that he fucking murders the Hulk nerd that's squirting up to him. He's like old and he's grey and he's going bald and stuff like. But obviously, it's a long.
Surely, if Wolverine sort of stabbed the Hulk with his claws, the claws would just bend.
I think that as well. But this is like a watered down Hulk. This is like a couple of Hick generations down, inbred Hulk. You know what I mean? So like he just kind of like saws through him, and then like snaps back and he's not. You know what I mean? He was just dreaming it type thing. And then Hawkeye turns up and he's got a job for him, but Wolverine needs the money to pay the Hulk, so he says, yeah, I'll do this fucking one job, but I'm not killing no motherfucker, like, you know what I mean? So he goes off on this adventure with Hawkeye. Hawkeye's blind, by the way. Yeah, world's greatest archer, blind, that old motif. Right, and I think he's only got one arm. No, that's a different one.
What's he do? Just like that going, I've had you! Wrong direction, Clint.
But even so, he's like still the world's greatest archer. And like they go to this.
I think Oliver Queen will have something to say about that.
I'd love to see those two face off. Considering, right, do you know I've just said he had one arm? That was actually Oliver Queen from the Flashpoint storyline.
Yes, it was.
He's got one arm. He can see, but he's got one arm. And then Hawkeye is blind, but got both.
Well, actually, right, I think they touched on that in Arrow.
Yeah, they did like a flash forward, didn't they?
Actually, it wasn't Arrow, it was Legends of Tomorrow. They went to Star City 2026.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that to me. I really wanted to see that. But I never did. But, like, that would actually be a good fight. Star City 2026 Arrow versus Old Man Logan Hawkeye. Because they both got... They're not just generic, like, we're the best archers. Like,
we're the best archers and we're both disabled.
In our own special way.
Yes.
Although, thinking of this, and I did actually mention it to you, I don't know whether you actually clocked onto the headline in the paper the other day. Teenage boy blinded by acid attack. And first thing that came into my mind was Matt Murdock!
He is here battling Jack Murdock's son. Matt Murdock has made it onto the crime fighting scene.
I'm such a twat. I feel so fucking dirty.
Right. I feel like I just fell out of the Captain America's 1920s like radio serials, mate. Oh,
which was Ralph Garman.
It was in Agent Carter. I keep calling that Agent Peggy to you,
No, it was in. I don't know. It wasn't Agent. It was in what you call it.
No, it was Agent Carter.
Yeah, but it was.
Is it also in Cap?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I only know that, not because I'm some sort of like crypto nerd. It's because he mentioned it the other day.
Oh, right. Oh, in the newest episode.
No, I don't know. I don't know whether it was this episode of Babylon or it was the last one. It wasn't this one. It was. I don't know whether it was the one before or the one before that.
Yeah. In the last three, really. But I can't remember why I was on about that now. But Old Man Logan is a fucking seriously good read. Like, if I could recommend any book to you, Steve, I know you never really find time for a good read, but if I could recommend anything to you, mate, pick up Old Man Logan.
See if you can download it.
Well, the thing is, mate, it's that much of a prolific storyline. If you go on YouTube and search it, there's about 20,000 different versions of people narrating the story to you. So if you just wanted to avoid the reading altogether, just go on YouTube and search it up.
And have someone read it for me.
Exactly, and then they'll just tell you, like, the important bits instead of you reading through the nonsense. But, like... loads of people are saying that's what they want the next film to be.
Old Man Logan.
I don't think it's possible.
Why?
Well, Hulk is Hulk's in it, Ant-Man's in it, Kingpin's in it. These are all like properties owned by Marvel. So like you've got to look at Hulk. Hulk is obviously a lead character in the Avengers. You can't get hold of him. You've got Ant-Man, who's now obviously an Avenger as of Civil War, in fact. You've got the Kingpin, who's now owned by Marvel after the rights to Daredevil reverted back from Fox. And like there's Spider-Woman in there. But not like the Spider-Woman, a different Spider-Woman called Spider-Girl, and she's not Spider-Girl because she's Hawkeye's daughter. And she kills the Kingpin and goes a bit mental, so I don't really think Marvel would want to have the spider suit killing a dude. Like, that's something I think they'd avoid actively.
Yeah, but if it's Spider-Girl, you could just blame PMT. It's that time of the month.
Dude! Speaking of...
Why do you think I've got a red suit on?
It's so people can't see me bleed.
I was the White Widow, but now I'm Spider-Woman.
The White Widow. What was I going to say then? Speaking of Spider-Girl, picked up some new comics yesterday, Steve.
Yes, I saw your picture on WhatsApp.
Of course, yeah. I sent
I'm having the greatest day between coffee and comics and having a poo.
What? No, it was coffee, comics, and something or other. I picked up 2 issues of Spider-Gwen yesterday.
Oh.
In the back of the Spider-Man comics for a while, they were doing like alternate universe Spider-Man. And one week they tried Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen does whatever a spider can. It goes, actually.
It actually really does fit. And so her story is, she got bit by the radioactive spider instead of Spider-Man, and then...
Peter Parker's like, whew, that was close.
Yeah, pretty much Peter Parker's like...
Then
no, he's not, he's the exact opposite.
And then goes to school and gets twatted by Flash.
Yeah.
Not Barry Allen. By his high school buddy, Flash.
Flash...
Thompson?
I feel like that's right.
Yeah. Well, if I fucking said Thompson,
yeah,
you said Thompson.
I said Thompson. But what happens instead, because Gwen gets bit, Peter never gets the powers, but he wants to be just like Spider-Woman, even though he's he's in love with Gwen. Gwen hasn't told Peter that she's Spider-Woman, and obviously,
right. Have you read through them yet? Because I'll just spoil it for you now.
Go on.
Gwen gets powers. Peter's way out of her league. Peter gets friend zoned.
No, even better. Peter tries to repeat the same process that happens to Spider-Gwen and turns himself into...
Venom.
The Lizard. Dr. Kurt Connors style.
So he gets bit by a radioactive lizard.
I think he self-performs a biting by a lizard. I didn't get... unfortunately, they were both first prints, so obviously the resale value's there. But because they were first prints, I can only get a hold of issue 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So I have no in-depth knowledge on it so far. But from what I've gleaned from it, like they've done it kind of like the way they did the Batman and Joker in the Flashpoint Paradox. In that, because the story changed. Exactly, because the story changed, the way that the villain was born changed instead. So, it's Spider-Gwen. I got the character. The first time I was properly introduced to the character was when I was on that Marvel game for my phone, and she became an unlockable character. So I was like, sweet, fucking, I'll get that. And then she turned into one of my favourite characters on there, so then I started doing the research, and then when I was in the comic book shop yesterday, I was like, Spider-Gwen! So, I just, with them being first prints as well, I
can just imagine you going,
Spider-Gwen!
Yeah, but to be fair, I made a fucking dickhead mistake in there, right? For anyone who, collects comic books, and for resale value, obviously, you pick them up to put them into a collection to sell on for twice the value. If you're going to shop for comics, do not shop in, Worlds Apart and Forbidden Planet and stuff like that. You need to go to the, what they call a mom-and-pop store or a brick-and-mortar store. I went into this brick-and-mortar store, yeah? Every single book that was in there was priced down by about 60%.
Yeah. I
was, obviously researching as I went kind of thing, and I'd see a book and I'd go, that is not worth $2.99, $3.99. Don't get me wrong, you're counting pennies and pounds. You are really counting pennies and pounds. But if you look at it, a £4 book, it's been priced down from a tenner. The second I picked that up for £4, I've already made £6 profit on it.
Yeah.
Right. Every single book in there was priced down by about 60%.
Nice.
So, my 2 Gwen comics, I picked them up, grand total £4 for the 2 of them. I will resell them when I'm done with them, because I'm not going to keep them in, 10 condition, because you can't get 10 condition, 9.7 condition. It's not a chance, because there's no point. I'll still make more money than I spent on them, because they've been sold as if they're in shit value. Now, me being Mr. Dickhead, turned around to the fella who works there and went, yeah, mate, you've got a lot of these books priced down, don't you? And he goes, how do you mean? I said, the value on these is about 3 times as much. And he was like, I'll have a look into that.
You're a tit.
I'm a fucking idiot. Because I've got the Brightest Day collection. I'm missing out on issue number 27. I've seen that in there, but it was about a fiver, and I just didn't have it on me. They don't take card in there. I didn't have the cash on me at the time. Spoke to him. Went back in yesterday. What do you know? How much do you reckon it's priced up at now?
15 quid.
20 quid. So I just bought myself 15 quid because the thing is with that collection, the second I get that in there, I only need 2 other books. It's worth a fucking grand.
Right.
Could have got it for a fiver. Priced myself out of it by 20 quid.
Just because you're open your stupid fucking mouth.
Just because I like brick and mortar stores. Like, I hate the fucking big chain comic book shops, mate. I fucking hate them with a passion. Like, because I've been in there so many times and gone, hey, yeah, and like, started talking to him geeky and said, like, I'm looking for the volume 2 of the new 52 with Batman in it, but not the Batman series. I'm looking for the Dark Knight series. And they're like,
what?
I've got the trilogy of films on DVD. I'm like, no, I said volume 2, dickhead. Like, like, just don't have a clue, mate. They're not asked.
Don't dare give me any of that Joel Schumacher shit.
Don't get me started on Joel Schumacher. We're not actually falling down the rabbit hole of shitty Batman films today, lad. That's not something I'm willing to do.
Okay, fucking hell.
No, but I like these. I like these mom and pop stores, in that, like, you get people who love comics selling comics and with an avid interest in them. I remember the one that I went down real. The fella who worked in there, mate, literally worked there for like the last 30 years. And all he does is just walk back into and go, oh, I've read that book. I've not read that one. So he takes it off the shelf, reads it, puts it back, walks up and down the shop and goes, I've read that one, but I've not read that. Like, literally just reads everything. Like, that is what you want. Like, because the thing is, I'd say things to him that I thought were, like, really vague. Like when Lobo went to the planet, what's it called? I think it's Mogo or something like that, the living planet. Lobo's like this intergalactic assassin in the DC universe, and he gets sent on a job to kill Mogo, and Mogo is a Green Lantern, but Mogo is a planet. Like, the whole planet is the Green Lantern Mogo, and it's Mogo, the living planet, and he goes to this planet thinking, yeah,
that's a fucking big ring.
Yeah, that big old fucking ring. I like a space-sized moist ring. But he goes to this planet thinking, like, that's where his hit's gonna be, and he just walks the planet for years and years trying to find him, because
I can't find him.
I don't know where it is. I've been everywhere. And then obviously he finds out that Mogo is actually the planet itself.
How do I kill a planet?
Just put humans on it.
Yeah, just put humans on it. It'll be gone in a couple of millennia.
Yeah.
Give
us some non-biodegradable...
Anything.
I'm going to beat this planet. How? I'm going to kill the recyclists.
I will kill it with plastic.
Those little things that make ducks look really pretty.
Oh, you're talking about fucking ring pulls on cans, you scrub. But, like, we have just fell down the rabbit hole of me flexing me comic book muscle there, mate. I can't remember where we were up to.
Yeah, I think we've lost the Civil War audience by now.
I know, yeah. People who tuned in for Civil War have literally heard Spider-Man was okay, but this happened in comics once.
By the way, Civil War was shit.
Oh, yeah, the Civil War. That's something I will say. Black Panther, he was fucking amazeballs. He's literally, like, scaled to the top of my man crush list just from that film.
Really?
Seriously, lad? I just like...
You like a bit of black?
Stop it. We got in trouble for this in the very first episode, Steve. Don't like...
What?
Don't bring us full circle. We're
Why?
coming towards the end. You know we're coming towards the end and you're like, fuck it, we'll just offend people again. No, that's not how it's going to be. No, but I fucking love him.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. I absolutely loved him in that film, mate. I thought, like, out of all the characters, I feel like he stepped into the role the best. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Chris Evans is the Captain America. Like, there's no one else who they could have got for that role who would have suited it better.
Let's face it, after the last fucking Fantastic Four film, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's shit, he's still Johnny Storm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's still Johnny Storm and Captain America. But I
reckon they should do a Fantastic Four Avengers crossover, but with the original Fantastic Four, right? And just
Jessica Alba
as Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. Where is she? We couldn't afford her. She's invisible.
She's invisible for the remainder of this movie.
And then just have like Johnny Storm versus Cap.
Just kind of like looking at each other like, bro,
you're hot. I know.
I'm cold. To get it, ice. Captain America,
yeah.
ice,
ice baby.
Ice baby. What was I saying? Oh yeah, fucking. The only thing about Civil War, mate, right? Like as one of these people, loads of people call me like a Marvel bummer because I will back the films 110%. Don't care. I will back the films.
You're a Marvel bummer.
I'm a Marvel bummer, and
I bum Marvel.
But I keep fucking about to say it, and then
Chadwick Boseman.
The one bit in that film that annoys me, it has Chadwick Boseman in it in like a pivotal role. It's when the three of them are running down the fucking motorway. Yeah. What the fuck is that, mate? It looks really crap. And like the thing is, even from watching it the first time I watched it, I was sat in the cinema, and you know when you do that thing when you're not entertained by what's on the screen, you cross your arms and you sit back and you're like, this isn't what I want it to be. Like, you can tell at that very point that all the cars are going like 10 mile an hour, if that, and the cameras are really shaky to give the impression that they're like zooming past, and all they do is just get them to jog past merrily. But obviously they have to throw their arms and their elbows way into it to make it look like they're sprinting like no one's business, but it just looks naff. Yeah. Like, it doesn't look good at all. But there is a bit just before it when the Winter Soldier jumps off one floor of the road onto the one below it, and it's like obviously green screen, but it looks fucking mint. Like, it looks so nice. And then obviously they fuck it up with that stupid let's run past the cars.
Let's run whilst doing the Peter Crouch robot.
And another question. Why does Captain America keep driving after them? He doesn't need to chase them. The only reason he's chasing them is to stop Black Panther. Black Panther's on the back of his car. Why not just fucking stop and let him get away? There's no logic in it, and that is what causes everyone to get arrested. It's the actual domino effect for the knock-on of the rest of the film. And all it took, Captain America, Master Logician... Logician? Is it
Logician? Tactician?
Tactician. We'll just jump off that word. Master Tactician doesn't realise that the best option at that point is to let Winter Soldier get away and stop the only guy that's chasing Winter Soldier. Like, it's fuck. How do you not see that? That pisses me off.
Because it's Bucky.
Yeah, because it's Bucky and he loves him. Have you seen everyone campaigning for Captain America to get a boyfriend? Have you seen it?
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
That was just too sassy.
Yeah, that was perfect, that wasn't it?
It's like, oh my god.
Oh my god, how is red and black going to go with my blue and red suit though?
Hail Hydra.
Bitches. It's horrible that lisp comes on quite naturally, man. Like, that's not a good sign. But what we'll do, because we have just literally gone off the reservation with Civil War, and we are doing an omnibus of pods today to try and get us a couple banked, just so that people can carry on listening to the dulcet tones of our lovely voices through the harsh times, through the winter. You don't watch Game of Thrones, but winter's coming.
Although, you'll be proud of me.
Come on.
So I was in my other job the other night, and someone was coming in, and someone went, I need the lift, and I just went, hold on!
So what we'll do, just because I've fucking talked Steve's ear off for the full episode this time around, like, this is probably the last time you're going to hear me taking charge of a situation, let's put it that way anyway.
Well, no, we've still got a few more to do.
Oh yeah, we've still got a couple more to bank, like, but you know what I mean, like, I think this is going to be probably...
Well, we say bank, I'm just going to upload them.
Yeah, upload them all, like, because it means that you get, like, a really nice omnibus listen to say bye to us properly.
Yeah.
But I think this might even be the final, like, big, chunky, comic-centric fucking pod, man, which is a bit... You know, I've always wanted to do a comic book podcast, Steve, that's my hope.
Tick that one off your bucket.
I know, that's fucking done.
I can't even speak. Tick that one off your bucket list.
Yeah, that's it. But what we'll do, we'll say bye now. We won't do any of the whole Twitter and stuff like that. You already know him. It's at Pictonius.
It's at Red Hot Bear.
Exactly. You know us. So
the usual shit.
Catch up with us on the next one. But what was I about to say then? I actually had something in mind to say before we left.
Was it? This is the theme due to a podcast. This is the theme due to a podcast. We went on the YouTube app and ripped off Gary Shanley.
We spent all last week singing that song, by the way, guys. So thanks for sending in your recommendations.
Which were few and far between.
When we say few and far between, we mean we posted it asking for recommendations.
And not fucking one of yous got back to us.
Well played, guys. It's not like we're waiting for you. But we'll wrap up now just before we do run out of time, because we are on our 40-second warning. So thank you for tuning in for this one, and we'll catch you in the very next one.
See you later. We'll be back in a bit. Keep listening to my voice while this claps out. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
See you later, guys.
Bye.